And I started reading Chinese books, and they said, you need 5 different colors every meal for your energy to flow. That meant nothing to me from my study in the Western science. So I went to a gentleman out at ORU that taught engineering, and he's here today. And I said, how's energy flowing? He said, gravity pulls all energy down. And I said, that doesn't make much sense. How can it flow through my body? He said, it can flow from the warm to the cool, or high potential to low potential. The 5 colors have a different frequency. Everything in your body, every organ has a certain frequency. Red has the longest frequency and it's the coolest. It'll pull the energy to your head. Yellow foods feed the stomach. White foods feed the lungs. Black foods feed the kidneys. Then green foods feed the liver and the defense mechanism. And so Dr. Chen put together a formula with 48 different herbs. And in these 48 different herbs, you have the 5 different colors, and each color has a certain frequency. When you dial in 98.1 on your radio, you don't get 1,000.6, I hope. You always get the same frequency. When you eat red foods, it goes to the same organs that has that same frequency and strengthens those organs. This strengthens the organs. And we don't diagnose. If your body's out of balance, feed it correctly, get rid of the junk, and let the body come back to balance. If I had a young man in my weight program in football and he had weak legs, I'd put him on a special program for his legs. Well, that's why I say the Quinary works the same way. If you have weak lungs, you need to strengthen and balance the energy in your lungs. Conco is a special formula of just the white foods to balance the frequency of your lungs. If you have asthma, you need to eat more Conco. If you have allergies, you need to eat more Prime again. It balances the endocrine system. If you have digestive problems, and most Americans have digestive problems, acid reflux is not too much acid. It's not enough acid to break the protein down, and gases bubble back up. You can eat assimilate and it'll pull the acid from the body and balance the acid in the stomach so you can start digesting your protein properly. Protein starts digesting in the stomach, becomes a polypeptide, and then the enzymes in the small intestine break it down into amino acids. Dr. John McDougall in his book says if you eat hamburger, you double your chance for cancer because it has to be cooked to 160 degrees. The gentleman from Duke University, I asked him one day, I said, what if I cook my meat to 135 degrees? He said, if you cook it to 125 degrees, you cross-link the protein, it becomes a tangled mass, and you probably get nothing from it. And if you eat the meat rare today, there's another problem. So that's a choice. It's things that you have to think about and how you want to treat your body, and if you need more fluff. I can help you get more fluff as well as get rid of fluff if you want more fluff. Life Stream is for the kidneys. And your kidneys filter the blood about 40 times a day. They balance the minerals in the body. They're very important. You wear your kidneys out with a high protein diet. You affect the colon and the kidney and the liver with a high protein diet because there's too much urea nitrogen is deadly to the body. When you kill the animal, the urine goes through the meat and actually gives it its taste. The green foods are for the defense mechanism. There's only one way that you'll even come close to having the health and the endurance for life that you need is take responsibility for your own health. Until we do, I wish we could see more children being fed properly because we're depleting our whole national budget with drugs and Medicare, and we're not on a drug, and we're not going to be on a drug because I found out how to take care of my body. It was nice to have you here today, and if you get this tape, talk to the person that gave you the tape if you're interested. Thank you.